5 things that you should not do with your Ronin S. And it's going crazy. Don't turn this thing on without... Can you see it? Like, oh my god. Well, actually, I will show you 5 things and then 1 bonus thing. Because these screws, they just... Did you see that? No, you should not do this. Why am I screaming like a girl? Oh, by the way, I arrived with this e-board and I think this is an awesome combination. This board plus this gimbal. Ooh, smooth footage. If you want to see that, well, I will link you the vlog right here. Initiating. Welcome back to my daily grind. Create yourself is what you'll find me doing every day and every night. No time to lose. One day, one step in the right direction. I'm Chris and I'm only here to show you if I can do it, you can do it too. Welcome back to the vlog. It is Sunday, another day, another chance to push hard. And the topic for this vlog is a gimbal demonstration, aka 5 things that you should not do with your Ronin S. So let's get it, but before we get started, love goes out to all my subscribers. Thank you for making my life special and worth living to the max. So let me try to give back with a sweet video. I guess I will get a bit of hate for this video, but I think this is a necessary thing to do, especially when you're new to something. This is my first gimbal ever. I haven't used a glide cam ever. The only thing that I did stabilization wise was that I built myself, you know, a somewhat like a cross for the GoPro. Like, yeah, you can check out the vlog right here. That means I have a lot to learn, I guess. And one way to figure out truth is to confirm the untruth. Does that make sense? When I thought about it, it sounded so deep. It's basically trial by error. You can figure out how a thing works by figuring out how it not works. You know what I mean? So today I will show you 5 things that you do not want to try with your Ronin S, because this thing can be freaking dangerous. Well, actually, I will show you 5 things and then 1 bonus thing. Because these screws, they just... Did you see that? Ooh, no, you should not do this. Oh, what the hell? Why am I screaming like a girl? This might get fixed with the firmware. Okay, let's see what I have on my list. Okay, so the first obvious point is a high stiffness. This gimbal is for heavy loads, seriously. And I don't want to wreck my camera, so I brought this zoom recorder. It's fairly light. It's a bit heavier than my smartphone, but every setting so far is on a 9. So this is how it will handle. This is how it will follow the movement. Right. Let's change up the settings to, let's say 50. Okay, so now watch this. Everything is on 50 now. And it's going crazy. That's the first thing that you should not do. Don't go too crazy with the settings. I would actually suggest to run the auto tune and then drop everything just like by 5 or something like that. It will still do. So that was fairly obvious, I guess. Let's get to number 2. Imagine you have a heavy load on here, a DSLR or something like that, maybe even a RED or something like that. You remove it. So just like that. And then turn it on. That's the next mistake you shouldn't do. It's basically the same as number 1. Don't turn this thing on without... Can you see it? Like, oh my god. Can you see this? Do not turn this thing on without a load, because it will just... Oh my god, it will just start to jump and possibly fall. Okay, let me put this back on and then bring everything back to 9. Okay, we're back on 9. It was quite a pain to change it while it was vibrating. I'm so sorry. But I think the Ronin is actually not the part that will get damaged. I would probably be more concerned about the camera. Also, if you hold it like that, it will start to make a noise. Yeah, just like that. And I think this feature got added with the latest firmware update. Alrighty, let's give it a reset before we go to point number 3. Now there is one thing in particular that you should not do with this gimbal, and probably all the other gimbals like the Crane 2 and stuff. So you can go like this and stuff. You can turn, but you're not supposed to go sideways. This is such a bad idea. I wasn't aware of this at first. You can turn without any problems. You can go up and down without any problems, especially if the camera or the object follows the movement. But once you go sideways, you will crash into limits, and that's point number 4. Just don't crash into limits. Don't do it. Bad stuff will happen if you do it. Okay, for this demonstration, I have to turn it off in this direction, which is the pan. There aren't any limits whatsoever. That's why you can go into this flashlight mode and keep turning and stuff like that. But when it gets to the tilt, that's the first limit right here. And that's the second limit right here. So besides having the correct setup when you power it on, this is fairly limited in its movement. And also when it gets to this axis, tilt, pan, is this the yaw? Most of the times there is a limit caused by the construction itself, as you can see here. This is the nastiest limit because it can get stuck. And we don't need to worry about the other one. So these are the limits basically. Let's turn it on. Let's crash some limits. Oh my god, there is even a drone now. I just picked such a bad time. It's such a... oh god. Okay, anyways, let's crash a few limits. Now, this is especially a bad idea if you hold this button. You know, if you go into this chicken head mode, where it will stay at the same place. This makes it very easy to crash limits. When you hold the M button and go into the sport mode, it's fairly impossible to crash limits, but if you hold this button, it makes it fairly easy. It's good for a demonstration. Now, as I said, you can go up and down, no problem whatsoever, but you can still crash a limit. There it is! Okay, so I just crashed this limit. That's a nice one. Let's go into the other direction. There it is, that's the other one. So far it's not going rogue on me. That's good. Now, if you go sideways, obviously, it's this limit right here. And yeah, now it starts to get a bit scary, a bit crazy. If you crash a limit once, I would suggest to immediately reset it. Because there is a possibility that it will go freaking crazy. If you don't believe it, then check out my first vlog, like my unboxing. I messed around with this thing and it was scary. Imagine an expensive camera with an expensive lens just smashing into something. No, that would be a nightmare scenario right there. Okay, let's go sideways again. I want to show you when it goes rogue. And when it does, oh, I think, no, it's not. It's still good. This could also depend on the settings, but now it's already doing weird stuff. Oh my god. Okay. It's still following the movement though. So if you want to see that, again, check out this last vlog. In this vlog, after crashing a few limits in this vlog, it started to wobble. And lastly, do not go crazy fast. Like, that's just a stupid idea. That is literally a freaking stupid idea. To do this on purpose, especially. When I did this in the other vlog, crazy stuff happened. And again, everything is probably going to... Did you see that? That's what I'm talking about. Everything that you see now is probably going to get way better with a new firmware update. If you keep on doing this for a while, it will just lose the position. So yeah, that's another stupid idea that you should not do with your Ronin S. And when that happens, when it goes to the jerk mode, when it jerks around, immediately give it a reset, power it off as fast as you can, because you never know what's going to happen. But other than that, this is a pretty awesome gimbal, but it's definitely not fail-safe. If you want to be stupid, you can definitely destroy this gimbal, or at least your camera on top of this thing, because as I said a few times, this is a fairly sturdy construction and it should be able to take a beating, but your lens, who knows? Okay, and now let's get to this bonus point. This is the funniest stuff ever. I have no idea what's going on, but if you start to mess around with these screws and let them snap into place, weird stuff is going to happen. Not so much with this one. Let's try this one up here. This is scary though. Nope. This one seems to be good as well. Let's try this one up here. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's registering something. Like it thinks it's, I don't know what it's doing, but it's definitely screwing around with the calculations. This is so weird. I found this bug. You saw it here first. I'm so proud of myself. Jesus freaking Christ, these drones are so loud. Okay, let's also check this screw back here.
S, what the hell? But the pan screw, no problem. This screw, just these two up here. What? Is this a feature? I don't know. But yeah, as I said, I'm pretty much at the beginning of this learning curve, of this learning experience, but it's pretty cool. I do miss a camera for this thing though. I want the Sony a7 Mark III, that would be awesome. Let's recap. High stiffness, that's bad. Going sideways, that's bad. Crashing into limits, that's bad. Always go for a reset. Going fast, back and forth. Can you see this drone? Damn, son. Just screwing with this thing too fast. No, it's not a good idea. And powering it on without a load, that's another bad idea. Yeah, and don't mess around with the screws. It's so good though. So yeah, that's enough progress for today. Smash that like button the way the Ronin will smash your face if you mess around with these screws. Bang the bell like to never miss Ronin S vlogs. Check the recent news on ChrisViral.com, and yeah, that's it for today. I will see you tomorrow.